It's that time of year again. Christmas lights sparkle across neighborhoods, families plan vacations, and laughter fills the air. But behind that warmth, a different kind of silence is spreading across America. A silence made of uncertainty, fear, and the dull ache of reality. Because for more than 150,000 people across Amazon, Meta, Google, Microsoft, and dozens of others, this Christmas isn't about gifts or joy. It's about layoffs. Imagine that. You wake up to an email marked urgent. You click, half asleep, and read, "We regret to inform you." Just like that, your holiday turns into a countdown of bills, rent, and unanswered questions. You weren't lazy, you weren't bad at your job, you were just one name on a spreadsheet. A number in a cost-cutting plan. Welcome to MoneyPilot, your guide to navigating the complex world of finance. Here, we don't sugarcoat headlines. We break them down, so you can see what's really happening behind the polished press releases and corporate smiles. This holiday season, the world's biggest tech companies are making one of the coldest decisions in modern business history. Over 150,000 workers have been let go, just weeks before Christmas. And these aren't small firms struggling to survive, these are trillion-dollar giants posting record profits. Amazon, Meta, Google, Microsoft, Salesforce, companies that promised innovation, progress, and endless opportunity. So why are they suddenly shrinking their workforce? Why now? On paper, the explanation sounds reasonable. Executives say they overhired during the pandemic. That when everyone was stuck at home, demand for digital services soared, e-commerce, streaming, cloud computing, and to keep up, they hired aggressively. But once the pandemic eased, growth slowed, interest rates climbed, and suddenly, the balance sheets didn't look so attractive. So now, they say, it's time to right-size. To become leaner and more efficient. But let's be real, that's the corporate surface story. The one designed for Wall Street. The truth runs deeper, and it's a lot colder. Because these layoffs aren't just about trimming the fat. They're about restructuring the future. There's a new silent force behind the curtain: artificial intelligence. Over the last 2 years, the rise of AI has completely transformed the way corporations think about efficiency. What was once a futuristic dream has now become a cost-saving machine. AI doesn't take vacations, doesn't need health insurance, and doesn't complain about work-life balance. It just learns, adapts, and performs faster than any human could. And that's the quiet revolution happening right now. While headlines talk about economic uncertainty, the real shift is happening in the code, deep in the AI systems being integrated into everyday operations. Think about Amazon. For years, their warehouses have used robots to move inventory faster than any human crew. Now, that same logic is being applied to white-collar work. Algorithms can predict sales, manage ads, even write sections of code. What used to take teams of analysts and developers now takes one employee and a suite of AI tools. At Meta, Mark Zuckerberg called 2023 the year of efficiency. Translation: fewer people, more automation. Thousands of employees lost their jobs, but Meta's profits surged, and its stock price soared. Investors loved it. The same pattern followed at Google, Microsoft, Salesforce, and even smaller startups. Layoffs went up, and stock prices followed. Wall Street rewarded every job cut, every efficiency measure, because in the market's eyes, every salary removed is a step toward higher shareholder value. It's brutal. But it's reality. And yet, this isn't just a tech problem anymore. The ripple effect is spreading across industries. Media companies, consulting firms, manufacturing, everyone's taking notes from the Silicon Valley playbook. Do more with less has become the universal mantra. Whether it's a newsroom using AI to write copy, or a bank using machine learning to process loans, the end game is the same: fewer humans, more algorithms. That's the terrifying irony. As technology promises to make life easier, it's quietly making jobs disappear. But let's not forget what's being lost in the numbers. Behind each layoff is a story. A father who now can't buy Christmas presents for his kids, a young professional watching her dreams evaporate, a mother suddenly without health insurance. These aren't just statistics, they're the human cost of efficiency. Companies love to talk about optimization and future readiness, but what they rarely mention is replacement. The truth is, AI isn't coming for your job someday, it's already sitting in the cubicle next to you. It's analyzing your emails, predicting your next move, learning from your mistakes. And soon, it won't need your supervision at all. This moment we're living in, these layoffs, they're not random. They're a symptom of a larger transformation, a shift from human-driven growth to algorithm-driven capitalism. For decades, companies relied on people to scale. Now, they rely on code. And that means the traditional idea of job security is dissolving right before our eyes. If you're feeling uneasy, you're not alone. Economists are warning that this trend could trigger a longer-term imbalance in the labor market. Fewer jobs mean less consumer spending. Less spending means slower growth. And slower growth leads to, you guessed it, more layoffs. It's a cycle, and once it starts spinning, it's hard to stop. But the answer isn't panic, it's preparation. This new economy rewards adaptability. The people who will thrive in the age of AI aren't the ones with the fanciest degrees, they're the ones who learn fast and pivot faster. The ones who understand how to use AI as a partner, not a competitor. Because let's face it, AI can replace repetitive tasks, but it can't replace human creativity, empathy, or strategic thinking. So what can you do? First, start learning how these tools work. Whether it's using AI to analyze data, automate tasks, or create content, learn to integrate it into your skill set. Second, diversify your income. Don't rely on a single paycheck. Explore side hustles, freelancing, or small investments. In a volatile economy, multiple streams of income are your safety net. And third, never stop learning. Continuous education isn't optional anymore. It's survival. The layoffs happening today are a warning shot for the entire working class. If AI can perform 60% of your role, you need to master the other 40%. The part that requires human intuition and decision-making. That's where your value lies. Still, it's hard not to feel angry. Angry that corporations celebrate record profits while thousands lose their livelihoods. Angry that timing these layoffs right before Christmas feels not just cold, but cruel. Because when a CEO announces cost restructuring, while cashing in million-dollar bonuses, you start to wonder who the system is really built for. But understanding that system gives you power. And that's why you're here, because MoneyPilot isn't about fear, it's about clarity. It's about helping you see where the money moves, and how those moves shape your life. So let's look at the bigger picture. These mass layoffs aren't just about immediate cost cutting, they're about preparing for the next wave of automation. By trimming human roles now, corporations are positioning themselves for a future where most workflows are handled by AI and robotics. The technology already exists, they're just adjusting their headcounts to match it. Meanwhile, Wall Street cheers. Stocks rise. Efficiency wins. And the cycle repeats. But for ordinary people, for workers, this is the moment to evolve. To stop depending on a system that values efficiency over empathy. To take control of your financial destiny. That could mean upskilling into AI and data roles, starting an online business, or even investing strategically. Whatever form it takes, it starts with awareness, the awareness that the game is changing, and you have to change with it. The truth is, AI isn't inherently bad. It's powerful. The problem lies in how corporations use it, as a weapon for profit instead of a tool for empowerment. But that can change, and it starts with people like you understanding the dynamics behind these headlines. So as we close out this year, remember this: these Christmas layoffs are not just numbers on a chart. They're the opening act of a new economic era. A moment that divides the past, where jobs were secure, from the future, where adaptability is everything. The question is, which side will you stand on? Because whether you're an investor, an employee, or just someone trying to make sense of this chaos, one thing is certain: the next chapter of capitalism won't be written by humans alone. It'll be co-authored by algorithms. But if you're aware, if you're prepared, if you move with the tide instead of against it, you can still win. You can still build a stable, prosperous future. And that's what we do here. We help you see ahead of the storm. So what do you think? Are these layoffs just a temporary correction, or the beginning of a new labor reality? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this video helpful and want to stay ahead of financial trends that actually affect your life, hit that subscribe button, and tap the notification bell so you never miss an update. Because here at MoneyPilot, we don't just follow the money, we decode it. Stay informed, stay prepared, and I'll see you in the next one.